Grieving is hard enough, but learning how to continue life while going through it can feel just as intense. That's why Christopher D. White and Jennifer Curran decided to write His Final Answer, a heartfelt novel inspired by the true stories of those who have experienced deep loss. I spoke with them to learn more about their book and their own journey of navigating grief.
Chris White, came up with the idea and started writing the novel by myself. And most of my writing I've ever done is screenwriting for movies. And I realized it's not completely night and day, but it's definitely different. And I needed somebody to help me with description, because in movies, you know, you're showing things, not telling things, and it's the opposite in books and reading. So I was familiar, knowing Jennifer for a while, about her poetry. I really like a lot of her poetry, and she's very descriptive in her poetry, which I like the most. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk to Jennifer and see if she'd be interested. And then Jennifer also losing her sister when Jennifer was 15. I thought it would hit with Jennifer too, to want to do this novel together.
Yeah, I know. Even though this is a fiction, Jennifer, how was that incorporating the feelings and the emotions that go along with the loss of your sister?
It was quite heavy, actually. When he asked me to join in this endeavor, it was, first of all, the character was not a character I was really knew about. This kind of very wealthy man who had it all, and going on this kind of emotional journey of his. But when I read his outline, it struck me, because, look, I'm getting emotional just talking about it. My sister died when I was 15 in an accident. She fell and hit her head New Year's Eve from a flu. She got dizzy and fall, and her friends had gone away skiing, and she was supposed to go with them. I was 15, she was 23. I'm one of 10 children, and it affected my family deeply. We're a huge family, but huge families have a lot of fun, but you don't always get truly, how do I say this? You don't talk that much about deep emotions. So I witnessed my mother suffer in silence a lot. My father got very busy. He didn't talk about it too much either, but I saw their suffering. And I suffered. I really, it affected my entire life. I still miss her. And so when I read it, and then I thought about it, I started dreaming about it. And I loved being part of it, because it was able to incorporate my visuals, my poetic side, into this kind of hard man. And then from there, it just kind of flowed really beautifully.
Yes.
And he was very respectful to my journey with it, and allowed me to kind of go into one direction and then another, and then kind of redirected me back to his way too. So it was a really easy collaboration.
To work together, yeah. Now, some of the comments about the book that I've read is that the ending was a surprise. Was that intentional?
Yes, that was intentional for sure. Yeah. In fact, there's a lot of surprises in the ending. You know, a lot of people ask me why I wrote this book, and I said I had to write. Well, how could I not write this book? Having a few friends losing the tragedy, having to go through the loss of what the story is mostly about, and it's like I had to write the book. And I wanted to make it also an inspirational, as hard as that is, when you're dealing with a very difficult subject that's very uncomfortable for a lot of people. But a lot of people that have read it have talked to us and sent notes about all their grief in different areas, just not losing a child or whatever, friends or whatever. And we're great that it's expanded that long to affect a lot of people to read it and actually have a feel good with the ending and attached to it in the end. Yeah.
And also, the loss of an adult child is very hard to and especially with the circumstance of how this, I don't want to give everything away, but how his adult child has passed. It's a very, people hide their grief or deal with their grief differently. So I actually love the way Chris incorporated a lot of humor into this gentleman's journey. He's had to cover his grief in different ways. And so you don't see his pain at all. until he is forced to kind of look into his
to face it. Yeah, forced
Yeah.
to face it. Well, Jennifer and Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck with your novel, Amazon bestseller already. So I see great things for you in the future. Thank you all so much.
Thank
Sure.
you.
As I mentioned, it's an Amazon bestseller. His Final Answer can be found on Amazon and on their site, hisfinalanswer.com.